So rice is your best food, and then you've just been told that you have diabetes, or you've had diabetes for a while, and every day people keep on telling you that you're supposed to stop eating rice. As in, party jollof rice should be out, fried rice should be out. How now? How can that happen? In today's video, we're going to be sharing with you how you can eat rice. And I'm not talking brown rice, I'm not talking basmati. No, those are boring rice. I'm going to show you how you can eat rice even though you have diabetes. Cooking different meals, cooking rice and they're going to go and cook on ripe plantain, or cooking rice and going to go and cook beans, will mean that you're going to spend a lot of time in the kitchen, or whoever helps you to cook is going to spend a lot of time in the kitchen. So how then can you eat rice? That's why I'm excited to bring you this video, that you can eat rice. I'm talking about regular white rice, so I'm not talking about basmati rice. You can eat regular white rice and your blood sugar will still be normal. So if rice is your favorite food, or in your house every day, rice seems to be something that is cooked every day, or you're a mom, so you have to, rice is like the easiest food to pack in the lunch pack for your children, and you have to do this for your kids. Cooking different meals, cooking rice and they're going to go and cook on ripe plantain, or cooking rice and going to go and cook beans, will mean that you're going to spend a lot of time in the kitchen, or whoever helps you to cook is going to spend a lot of time in the kitchen. So how then can you eat rice? That's why I'm excited to bring you this video, that you can eat rice. I'm talking about regular white rice, so I'm not talking about basmati rice. You can eat regular white rice and your blood sugar will still be normal. Now let me share this example for you. So I had this person that reached out to me. He lives with type 1 diabetes. And even though he was taking his insulin, his blood sugar was still not quite there. So I gave him these tips that I'm going to share with you today and see the results that he had. So yes, these tips I'm going to be sharing with you, they actually do well. There are 3 ways to eat rice, that when you eat rice in any of these 3 ways, your blood sugar will still stay steady. So number 1 way is eating your rice with green vegetables. So when you eat your rice with green vegetables, what it does is that the green vegetables actually prevent the rice from causing your blood sugar to rise. Does that make sense? So anytime you want to eat your rice, always ensure that there's a green vegetable. Now that could be ugu, that could be spinach, that could be what we call green, or that could be kale. If you're living outside Nigeria, you could also use kale. And once you combine it in the way that I'm showing you now, you will see that your blood sugar isn't going to rise. Now I hear you. I know that you may be the type that anytime you eat ugu, you purge. I have one tip for you that will ensure that you don't purge when you eat it. So it's very simple really. You slice your vegetables. I never really knew how to slice vegetables when I always used to cut my finger. But these days I've become a pro at it. It doesn't take anything. And you don't need so much vegetables, 100 naira, 50 naira, depending on where you live. And just slice it, stir fry it in a little quantity of groundnut oil, season to taste, put onions, caramelize your onions if you do like onions, put garlic, anything, any spice you like. Even these days I spice it with suya spice. You know suya spice, they sell it in ShopRite. You can just put it on your vegetables and it's going to be it's a burst of flavor. Your rice will no longer be boring, white and red. It's not going to be white, green and red. Even exciting your senses before you eat it. Okay? So now the second way you can eat your rice, this is especially so for those that when they eat green vegetables, they notice that they purge, or just to ensure that there's variety. Some days you eat white, green, red, and then other times you can use this other method, is eating your rice with cabbage. Cabbage is a wonder vegetable. In fact, you should always have cabbage at home. And the thing is that it can stay for up to a week, 5 days a week. If you buy bunch of cabbages, can actually just stay in your fridge or even your store. Just store it in a cool, dry area and it will last. So same thing, you slice it, you stir fry it in oil, put any seasoning you like, and then you add it to your rice. Try and eat these things in equal portions. So the quantity of your rice and the cabbage should be equal, or you can even do it with spaghetti. I do this jollof. If you follow me on Facebook, you would have seen a post, even on my Instagram. There is a post where I looked at jollof cabbage. It was actually spaghetti mixed with cabbage, and it makes it interesting when you're eating the food. One, you are enjoying the food. Two, it's actually making you healthier. And you know the side effect of eating this way is that your blood sugar wouldn't rise. Your waistline will also shrink because you're eating less calories. And you're not spending so much money because say you buy 300 bunch of cabbage, you can actually eat it 3, 4, 5 times before it finishes. Now, I can imagine you saying that these things will mean I have to cook something extra when I want to eat. So this last tip is for you. If you don't have the extra 5 minutes, extra 10 minutes to saute your ugu or your cabbage, the last important tip is eating your rice with. Before I mention that, if you've not yet subscribed, kindly do subscribe. You are not charged anything to subscribe. Just subscribe on this channel and then like this video if this makes sense and share it with as many people as you know that live with diabetes. If you are a healthcare professional, you see a lot of diabetic patients, share it with them. Managing diabetes takes more than using your medication. You also need to modify your diet. Alright, so now the third thing you can actually do to your rice to ensure that it doesn't raise your blood sugar is eating it with something as simple as cucumbers. You know the cucumbers, you don't need to cook it. Just slice it. So you've served your rice, you've served your children, you've served your husband, or your wife brings the food to you. Just slice your cucumbers on them. You can slice like half of a large cucumber and put on this rice. Without cooking, without anything, and you will see that your blood sugar wouldn't rise when you eat it that way. Now I want to thank you very much for staying tuned with us. With these few tips of mine, you can now enjoy your rice, feel full on portion control, because yes, you're going to reduce the portions, but vegetables will ensure that you feel full for longer and you get healthier. Do this every time, and I'm looking forward to hearing your testimonies in the comment section. Thank you very much. Till I come your way next time. Bye.